Hello, everyone. Tony Winston, Jazz Piano College, and going to cover some 3/4 rhythm today on the song Bluesette. And this is going to be a two-part video. I'm just going to cover the rhythm ideas, such that they are, first, and then in the second part, the video, which will be out maybe later today or tomorrow, I'll go over the chords, the scales, the part of the song that jazz musicians sometimes forget to play, the great Vicky Carr arrangement I really like. But let's talk about the rhythm. It's in 3/4 time. The jazz rhythm is 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3. You know, we'll put some variety in there, so. Like that. Now, can we combine that with the melody and get a piano arrangement? I think you can. You might have to write it out, you know, because 3/4 time does not come as easy to us, because when we walk down the street, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, you know, we're just kind of more binary based. So 3/4 rhythm, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. All kinds of ways to do it. Most common, 1 and 2 and 3. And so if you were, you know, write out the rhythm there, the melody is just quarter notes, so you know, it's got to kind of have that little bounce to it. And you can do it with your left hand, too. So, you know, you don't have to bounce it back between both hands. You can kind of keep it in the left hand. All right, now about improvising and coming up with rhythmic ideas that work on 3/4 time. I mean, of course, you can just do eighth notes. You know, you can do stuff like that. It's always interesting to kind of come up with some either polyrhythms, if you want to call them that, or hemiola is another term for it. So we're thinking of a rhythmic unit that doesn't fit into 3/4 time, and then we're going to stick it on top of 3/4 time. So I'll have a little diagram, I guess, over my head. I'll get to that. But basically, we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that would be 6 beats, right? So we could go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And Bill Evans does this on his solo recording of Waltz for Debbie. In the he breaks up 3/4 into, instead of 2 measures of 3/4, he's got 3 measures of 2/4. What would be a 2-beat idea that we could repeat 3 times in 2 measures? 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 3, like that. 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 3, 1. Now, when I was messing with this the other day, I thought, well, it's going to be easier on these measures that have the same chord for 2 beats, like the first measure. So, but once I kind of got into the feel of it, then I could do it on the measures that change. So just using da-da-da, dee-da-da, da-da-da. So another possible polyrhythm would be something like a dotted quarter note. So 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. And, this is like 2 against 3. You get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and this. So these are very steady, you see. It just sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's really 1, 1, 2, and 3, 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 1. So, like something like. Another possibility would be to offset those a little bit, and I've kind of started doing that. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3. You can put them like that. 1 and 2, 3. Ba-da, ba-da, like that, so. And, these are very basic, simple ideas, but they will help get the juices flowing and help you to start feeling those kind of counter rhythms or offbeat rhythms, and then you can maybe elaborate on them. I hardly ever even think about it really when I'm soloing, but sometimes I'm just taking a solo and I'm just thinking, man, those eighth notes are getting boring. When is he going to stop playing eighth notes and do something different? And just change up the rhythm, so. Try not to lose the beat. If you have one of those metronomes that goes ding, click, click, ding, click, click, then you know if you've effed up or not. So those are some rhythmic suggestions to put to use there on Bluesette. And then please stay tuned for the other video where I go into the other parts that, that kind of stuff. Some cool melodies, actually, in that section. All right, thanks very much, everyone. See you again real soon with part 2 of Bluesette.